How are you today? How are things? Welcome back to another episode of the Funny Business Podcast. Hello, everyone. Hopefully you all kind of were thinking backwards there for a hot second, but let me
confused myself.
Thought I'd throw you off for a little bit. It's my turn to introduce the podcast today, but let me ask again because I always do, my best friend. Matt, how are you today? How are things?
Just freaking fantastic. My eyes are just not cooperating at the moment. This bright light, my ring light is, I'm squinting a lot today. I don't know, my contacts are very rough, but you gotta chug through.
Matt's glitching right now. You see him, he's like, it's like glitching like a computer, like he's glitching a lot, so.
Yeah, just roll with it. If you're watching on the YouTube video, just act like it's normal.
It is very normal here with the Funny Business Podcast. So, Matt, I thought we'd start today because what a lifetime achievement that happened last night. Matt, feel free to share to the world what your lifetime achievement was.
So it was last week, actually, I think.
Right, really?
Yeah, it was last Thursday.
Oh, yes, because we were streaming. Right. I forgot.
Yeah, so I saw when I got home before we were streaming that Walmart was having a restock on PlayStation 5s. So I was like, whatever, I haven't tried it in a while. Like, let me get back in the game. Like, not expecting anything. So it happened at, I don't know what that was, happened at 9 o'clock. And they were releasing new ones like every 10 minutes, I think it was. So I tried at 9, didn't happen. And what Walmart did to try to prevent people from buying them all at once or preventing bots from buying them is they added this press and hold. So what you had to do is once you hit add to cart, you then had to press and hold the spot on the screen to make it act like, to let them know that there's a real person there.
It's human.
So I tried at 9 o'clock, nothing. 9:10, nothing. 9:20, nothing. I'm like, all right, I'm going to try at 9:30. If it's not happening now, it's not going to happen. So I tried at 9:30, tried a few times, didn't seem like anything happened. And then I pressed and held for one final time, and it brings me to my cart. And the PlayStation 5 is in my cart. I'm like, I haven't gotten this far yet.
And boom,
so I
goes
go
the
in.
Dynamite.
Well, I go in, I had my address, and hit the next step. Got the payment, and it had an old card in. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So I quickly put my new card information in. I hit review order, and then I'm thinking to myself, like, am I being scammed right now? Like, what's happening? And lo and behold, PlayStation 5 is sitting next to me on my desk as we speak.
Did you give it a name yet?
The PlayStation 5. Not naming that.
I don't know, man. It's just, it is such, even the challenge of, and I'll crunch some numbers on later for you to put it in perspective, but for the amount of time that this PS5 has been a part of this crazy way of trying to get it, it's been a while.
It's been crazy. I mean, I started, excuse me, the Yankees won, by the way. I started trying when they first came out in November. Tried for till like February, and I was like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. It's not gonna happen. I'll just give it some time. And then all of a sudden I see Walmart was having a restock. I was like, I haven't tried it in a while, give it a shot. And it happened. It wasn't supposed to be here until today on Friday, but I checked because the email I got when they shipped said expected by Friday. Yeah. But when I clicked on the tracking, I checked it Sunday night, it was already like ready for delivery. Like, it went out for delivery Monday morning, and it came at like Monday afternoon, which was crazy because I wasn't expecting it till Friday.
Yes, sir. Now, Matt, I thought I'd share with you, pal, because I feel like we've been talking about this for quite some time.
Well,
Matt, do you
real quick? Let me just try to give a description of how big this thing is. It's about that wide. It is massive.
That's a fish.
It is. I have my old PlayStation on the bed back there. I think it's about 2.5 PlayStation 4s.
Yeah, it is large.
It is huge. And I don't have it up vertically. I have it horizontally just because I couldn't figure out how to get the base on the bottom.
Oh, you poor thing.
But it works horizontally, but it's massive. Absolutely massive. I haven't actually played it yet because I had work stuff to do tonight. I have a full-time job, no big deal. Humble brag. But yeah, I'm excited to get into it. But I'm also excited to hear these stats.
Yes. So Matt, do you remember when the first time we were talking about getting a PlayStation 5 on the podcast?
It had to be before Thanksgiving.
Give me a number of a podcast.
27.
So you're close. So right now, this is episode 70. The first time we ever talked about it in depth about a podcast was episode 31.
Wow.
So 39 episodes ago. And to put that in perspective, obviously counting through weeks and recorded episodes, I don't want to do the extra math. I just crunched some quick numbers. Matt, that was 39 weeks. It was about 9.75 months or 273 days since we first talked about the PlayStation 5. You almost went a full year of getting it for the first time.
And it's crazy because there's still so many people that don't have it. Like, It's not like I was one of the last people to get it. I'm still kind of one of, not the first, but I'm in the middle of the pack that finally got one.
Yeah. Maybe you're like the I guess it's the lower percentile of like the last few that like the first wave, I should say. Like, you know how somebody will buy something 2 years from now and being like, oh yeah, like I've been meaning to get one, but I haven't gotten it yet. You're still in that category of like, I want to get it since it's been released.
Probably the top 30% of people, I would say, is probably a good guess.
That's a very good guess. It's a very good guess. So congratulations, Matt. Good luck. Hopefully it makes you a better gamer because we all know how that is.
It's not a miracle worker.
No, it's not. But yeah, congratulations, Matt. So oddly enough, the rest of the show for the first half before we go to commercial, we're going to be talking about food, Matt.
I love food.
So, Matt, I kind of had a little bit of surprise, not really a surprise for you, but I kind of alluded to a headline that I was going to read today. The quote, the most American headline I'll ever read on a podcast. So Matt, if you do recall, last week through episode 69 in production, nice, there was the Field of Dreams game. There was one of the fabulous games of baseball that you did enjoy. However, while we were appreciating the baseball that was happening, there was a couple other things that were happening, of course. And of course, you had to head to Flavortown in order for this thing to make it happen. So Matt, the headline that I'm going to read to you and we'll discuss today and share our thoughts is Guy Fieri invents apple pie hot dog with Chevrolet for MLB's Field of Dreams game. How much more American, on a scale of 1 to 10, how American is that? I'd say it's a 1776.
It's about a 1776. Yeah, this is something only Guy Fieri could do. And did you see the picture of it?
So I saw it when I was watching The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, and he actually tried it on air. Did you get a chance to see people react to eating it? Or?
I didn't, but it looks good, actually.
So to give everybody a little bit of background with this apple pie hot dog, this was reported by USA Today. It features an all-beef hot dog wrapped in an apple pie crust with filling, bacon jam, and covered with apple mustard drizzle, apple pie spice, and brown sugar. Matt, Stephen Colbert was those like sponsorships when people give and it's like, oh yeah, this is okay, this is great. And like you can read right through them that it's totally not good at all. Yeah, that was kind of Stephen Colbert's reaction.
I don't know. I kind of think it'd be good. Like I definitely want to try it. Like if you say you don't want to try this, you can't call yourself an American.
So I believe the recipe is actually on somewhere affiliated with Guy Fieri. So whether that's his diners, drive-ins, or dives, or wherever
Great
it may be. It was a good show.
I love that
really good
show.
Flavortown, baby. All good with Flavortown. Flavor Flay. So Matt, how this was inspired, it was by obviously a 1975 Chevy commercial that had people singing, "We love baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet." As a longtime Chevy guy, which Guy Fieri actually is, I don't know if you remember his diners, drive-ins, and dines. He drives a 1968 Chevy Camaro on
Beautiful
Triple
car.
D. It's kind of the staple between Guy Fieri as well. Yeah, so he made this for the game. I don't think I would be too particular of a fan because I don't think hot dogs and apple pie should mix. But in the wise words of an ancient Chinese proverb, why not?
You know, my eyes having a freak attack.
Matt is just crying over the fact this apple pie hot.
My eyes, every time I wake up in the morning, they're just so like
excellence.
Crusty. Yeah, I do piss excellence. But they're so like crusty, and now they just get like really weird. Back to the story. I absolutely would try this. I mean, I would not like think of. Obviously, I wouldn't have thought of this, but this is why we have Flavor Town. This is why we have Guy Fieri to enlighten us on food extravaganzas like this. I just feel like it'd be good. I don't know. I have a weird feeling. Like, I love apple pie. I love hot dogs. Put them together. You know.
I think if I can find the recipe, I'll see if Jenna can make it.
Yeah.
I'll get it. Because here's the other thing. Steve loves hot dogs. He loves Fiesta dogs. Have you ever tried a Fiesta dog
I
before?
love Fiesta dogs.
Yeah, Fiesta dogs are great.
So good.
Yeah, that's his favorite, I guess, snack, lunch, or dinner anytime he needs to make something himself. So
I don't think I ever asked this. How do you eat your hot dog?
I think that's quite the weird question.
Not like how do you eat it, but like what do you put on it?
Oh,
Like,
I usually I do the bun, of course. And I just throw ketchup on it. That's so. I mean, I'm pretty basic when it comes
basic
to
bitch,
to a hot dog.
Yeah, I'm a big either do spicy brown mustard or chili cheese dog. I love chili cheese dogs.
You know, I've gotten more accustomed to chili cheese dog. Chili cheese or just chili dogs. Like chili dogs is another one too.
Yeah, I love chili dogs, but not the cheese whiz in a can. Like I know some people do that. Like actual cheese, actual chili, not Skyline chili. Actual chili. I love a good chili cheese dog. And Fiesta dogs are just the best too. A little spice on there. Oh.
So I think what we have to do is Jenna has to make this, but have a Fiesta dog inside this apple pie hot dog.
Yeah.
It'd probably be a little weird.
I add some flavor to it. Add some more Flavor Town.
Flavor Town, Flavor Flav, just an explosion in your mouth.
Shout out Guy Fieri. He's a Suns fan too. So
He is.
Went to a playoff game. Went to the NBA Finals game. I think he sat near LeBron.
Of course, two goats in one level.
Right.
So yeah, apple pie hot dog. I don't expect. They have proclaimed that they don't see it being added to a menu anytime soon to Guy Fieri's restaurants. Chevy released the entire recipe to try at home. So just type in Chevrolet or Chevy apple pie hot dog. You'll probably find the recipe. And let us know what you think about it when it comes to trying it, if we don't get to it.
One bite, everybody knows the rules.
One bite, everybody knows the rules. Well, Matt, speaking of basic bitch with my hot dog, Matt, we are approaching what is quite the most wonderful time of the year. If you ask anybody who loves the fall, who loves the leaves, who loves pumpkins, who loves pumpkin spice. Yes, Matt, Duncan is bringing back pumpkin spice lattes this week. So probably by the time we release this podcast, all the girls are already getting their scarves on, and males too, depending on how you fly, and enjoying a nice pumpkin spice latte. Matt, do you like pumpkin spice?
I'm not a big. First off, hand up, I've never had a pumpkin spice latte or pumpkin spice coffee. I'm not a huge pumpkin spice fan or pumpkin fan. Okay. I'm not a big pumpkin pie guy. I like toasted pumpkin seeds. Other than that, like pumpkin flavored things, they're okay. It wouldn't be my first choice. Like I always pick apple pie over pumpkin pie or peach pie over pumpkin pie. I do think though, I think I may have to try a pumpkin spice latte. Yeah, I think I might have to.
You might have to send it.
Yeah. Maybe I'll try it live on the podcast.
So Matt, just kind of give you a little bit of not a choice, but a little bit more of a menu for you, just in case if you need to try the pumpkin spice. With their announcement, again, reported by USA Today, it features the new pumpkin cream cold brew, which is new to the Dunkin' lineup for pumpkin spice. The return of the pumpkin spice signature latte, pumpkin flavored coffee, donuts, muffins and munchkins and donut holes. It also will feature the apple cider donut and 2 new drinks: apple cranberry Dunkin' refresher and apple cranberry Dunkin' coconut refresher.
I love their apple cider donuts.
Apple
cider donuts are the best fall food.
That is more fall than pumpkin spice.
Yes, absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely. Because when you go to a fall festival, you can't always get a pumpkin spice latte, but you can get an apple cider donut.
And let me tell you, what's easier, apple picking or pumpkin picking?
Great point. Phenomenal. What's more fun?
You go home with more apples than you do with pumpkin.
Yep. And you get to eat the apples as you pick them sometimes. Have you ever had a pumpkin spice latte or pumpkin spice iced coffee?
I have not myself. I feel like, Matt, we have to be a little adventurous and we have to give it a try sometime.
I agree. I think we're gonna have to. I can't do it before September though.
No,
like I won't eat anything pumpkin. I'm a big summer guy. I love summer. So seeing this headline just makes me sad because it means summer's over.
So,
but if I know some people. I understand why, because people love the pumpkin spice and they want it now.
So, does this mean that Dunkin' is becoming the next Walmart as far as releasing products? Like, Walmart always has the Christmas lineup, the Valentine's Day lineup, the Easter lineup. They always have it on the shelves months before it actually happens. I literally saw Matt Weiss, or Wise, depending on how you float, already started putting out Halloween candy.
That's a trend we've been seeing going forward. But they've already done this. Like, they released their Christmas specials by like right after Halloween. Well, Christmas does start November 1st, so it's true. But yeah, I think you just have to. It's the hits. You got to play the hits. Like it's same goes with food. People like pumpkin spice latte. You could put pumpkin spice latte. People want to bulk up on Halloween candy. You put out the Halloween candy early because they know it's gonna sell.
Matt, I don't think. I mean, I'm just spitballing here. I don't believe that this is the perfect time for Dunkin' to release this pumpkin spice latte, because you're dealing still with very hot temperatures, and you were saying, like, you wouldn't be able to drink it until September because you're getting to that point in the season where it is getting to that point of being fall. And I don't know. I wouldn't expect myself to have something pumpkin spice. It's like having mint. Like it's you love a certain particular mint. Yeah, you love a particular one during the Christmas lineup. What is that? That's not candy cane, is it? Or is it like something for Dunkin'?
From Dunkin'?
Yeah, you like a particular thing.
What is it?
What is that? It's not candy cane, is it?
Is it peppermint?
I think it's peppermint. Yeah. Like, yeah. I feel like you shouldn't. So then what are they going to do with the Christmas lineup? Are they just going to wait on a regular time? Or just because of this, quote, craze, we're going to stay here and we're just going to say, you know what, let's just release pumpkin spice this week because we all know everybody wants pumpkin spice.
I think it's a good move because, one, like I've been to Dunkin' a lot the past week. I don't know what signature flavors they do have. I don't think they had any. So they do need one. And two, people are going to start buying it. Like I've seen a lot of people freaking out over it already. One of my friends, I guess it's coming out soon, and she tried to have them like put it in a drink like today, and they wouldn't do it yet, and she was like really mad. Yeah, it made no sense why they wouldn't do it. Like if you're advertising it, just give them to them in a drink. But I get it. Like people want it, and it's exciting, and then maybe releasing it now will bring up more sales in the future because they know like people are going to buy it in September or October. So if they do it now, it'll get more word out there and all that stuff. I don't know. I think for us to have a strong opinion, I think we just need to try it.
Do you think, here's another thing that I'm thinking of. Do you think it's pandemic related? Do you think Dunkin' sales are down because of the pandemic that they released the pumpkin spice earlier?
I'm going to go with no, because the drive-through line has been insane at the Dunkins by my house. Insane. Like, wildly insane. It was so long, I was like, all right, I'm going to go inside and order. And I couldn't go inside and order because they wouldn't let you. It was drive-through only. So then I went to get in the drive-through line, and it was literally on the road. So I was like, screw this. I went to another Dunkin'.
You're lucky. Well, yeah, I guess I should say I have 2 Dunkin' locations in the vicinity there where I work. But yeah, I mean, you're right. We don't know. We don't know. We're not Mr. Duncan himself. If that actually, who is the actual CEO or let me see here.
Dave Duncan.
Yeah. Okay. Dave Duncan, CEO of Amazon, Dunkin Donuts. What was his name?
Dave.
Oh, his name's David.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's David Hoffman.
No shot. Yeah. No way. I'm a genius.
Which is interesting because Hoffman spelled with 2 F's and 2 N's.
I might be a witch. I got to guess something else in this podcast. Holy crap.
I'm trying to think. What else you guess? Matt, here's another thing. Do you think who came first, Dunkin' or Starbucks with pumpkin spice?
Starbucks.
You're correct. Starbucks actually
released.
Baby. Starbucks released the pumpkin craze, as they called it, 18 years ago. And just a little bit of a little fact check. According to a survey of 2,000 consumers 18 and older by Nielsen Foods, more than 50% of Gen Z respondents are obsessed with pumpkin spice. The ramen noodle company is releasing a limited edition cup noodles pumpkin spice flavor at select Walmart stores in late October. So pumpkin spice ramen.
I have a confession to make.
Okay. You never had ramen?
Nope. Oh. It has nothing to do with ramen noodles.
Okay.
I cheated on Dunkin' Donuts last week. I went to Starbucks.
Oh.
I went inside. I was like, you know what? I'm going to give it a try. And I know they have... I've never been
to Starbucks.
I've never gotten coffee from Starbucks. I've gotten like the blended drinks before. Okay. So I was like, I'm going to give it a shot. And I know they have like tons of different syrups and foam and all that stuff. I didn't know how to order. I had no idea how to order. They didn't have the flavors at all. All they had, I got like an iced caramel macchiato because that's the only thing on the damn menu that I knew what it was. And it wasn't mixed. It was like the caramel on the bottom, and then there was the cream and the coffee. Yep. I didn't know what to do. I had no idea what I was going to get, like something different, like the different syrups. I didn't know what they had because they just weren't advertised, and I wasn't a fan.
Do you like strawberries?
I do.
Get a strawberry refresher the next time.
See, I want to try their coffee though.
Yeah, but dude, that like fruity drink at Starbucks, like that wins over Dunkin'. Like I think the refreshers that they got going on, like
I had Dunkin's refresher. It's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Not good.
Yeah, I got to give bonus points to Starbucks for it. But did you say small or large, or did you actually say venti or grande?
I said venti, but I didn't know it. I didn't know if it was small, medium, or large because it wasn't on the menu. I just said venti just because. I didn't know.
Let me see here. Okay, here's another one. Let's see here. Let's see if you're right here, pal.
I think tall is small, grande, venti.
Starbucks sizes. There is a tall, which is their smallest.
Yep.
An Ariana Grande, which is 16 ounce. A Venti, which is a 24, and then a Trenta, which is a 31.
Oh, I didn't know that was an option.
Yeah, I've gotten Trenta strawberry refreshers before, so it's interesting. So yeah, pumpkin spice is back, everybody. Matt, what are you looking forward to this fall season? Now that we might actually finally have a fall.
Nothing. I hate fall.
Nothing. I hate fall.
What am I looking for? Apple cider donuts.
Yes.
Hot chocolate. Oh, you know what I love? I love coming home. Well, now I will love coming home from work and starting my Keurig and having a apple cider.
Oh, you love can do that hot Keurig?
Yeah, the Keurigs have hot apple cider cups. It's Mott's applesauce.
Okay.
They make their Mott's hot apple cider. It's so good.
Ooh.
It's also good with a little bit of caramel vodka in there. And then I have for my hot chocolate. Sometimes I got this peppermint whiskey from up in Seneca Lake at one of the breweries. I've had it for like 2 years. It is wow.
Yeah,
it's good.
Jenna likes Bailey's and hot chocolate. That's
I've never done Bailey's and hot chocolate.
She was inspired by a group of friends that did it the one night, and that's why I always have a bottle of Bailey's ready to go in the Gambino apartment. So
sometimes if we're on vacation and we run out of coffee creamer, we'll just use Bailey's as coffee creamer. It's
that's amazing.
Little pep in your step in the morning.
Maybe I got to think about that when I'm going on vacation. That might
not bad. Makes you wonder.
I'm looking for. I want to go apple picking again. I actually went apple picking for the first time last year, and it was really fun with Jenna. And it just the amount of apples that you are not even aware of. Like I can't even tell you how many apples I saw. I mean, we went. I was it Honeycrisp? Yeah, we went for the basic Honeycrisp, but like I can't even call that basic because there was a ton of others that I didn't even know what the hell they were. So yeah, apple picking, cider. Like I always grab like a jug of apple cider. Like coming back. There's
a farmer right at the corner of my street. He makes homemade apple cider.
Really?
It's dude, it's the best apple cider I've ever had in my life.
Oh, that's so cool. I wish I had that.
It's so good. I'll get you a jug.
Yeah, give me some jugs, man.
Whoa, bonk.
Oh, whoa, bonk. Oh, man. Well, if you are getting a pumpkin spice latte, just remember, it is still August. We still have yet another month to get through before we can technically call it fall. And on top of that, the leaves hasn't changed color yet. So you enjoy your summer. You enjoy tanning at your poolside with a pumpkin spice latte.
And let's just remember, the only season that starts early is Christmas season.
Damn it. Anyway, we're going to take a quick commercial break. I'm going to go beat the shit out of Matt when we come back. Matt's got the sports. Let's say you start a podcast or you're running your own side hustle and have a bunch of links that you want your audience to know about. As a podcast, Matt and I have all of our social media, all of our podcast links, and other important things. Make it easier for your followers to find your important links, social media, and latest content by having it all in one page with solo.to. I'll be honest, I have used similar websites like this, but nothing compares to solo.to. All of your links are clean and easy to navigate. Have an upcoming video? It's really easy to make those changes. Plus, solo.to has opportunities to upgrade to include more customization, advanced analytics, and so much more. Solo.to is giving us a special opportunity for you to get 10% off if you create an account and upgrade. Be sure to go to solo.to/funnybusiness to create your account today. Solo.to, it's the way to go. Do you think, Matt, people are tired of hearing our Anchor ad?
Yeah, probably. But let's be honest, if it wasn't for Anchor, we would not be doing a podcast.
You're right, Matt. Once again, we have to thank Anchor for helping us continue to make each episode. Y'all know how it works. Anchor is free. It's easy to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer, and distributes your podcast to platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and more.
And you all know that you can make money too, even with the first couple episodes that you start with.
So why haven't you started your own podcast yet? Anchor is everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app today or go to anchor.fm to get started. That's anchor.fm.
So, Mike, when do you think we'll stop talking about Anchor?
Oh, man, Matt. You know what? To be completely honest, I think we'll be talking about this for a long time.
Okay, let's slide into the sports topics we have for you all today. We're going to start off with some NFL, do a little Chris Collinsworth slide into Sunday Night Football. Mike, NFL preseason is upon us, and it's time for everyone to just overreact to quarterbacks and draft picks that play like 2 series, and they either do really good. Basically, after the first preseason game, if you're a quarterback, you're either going to be a Hall of Famer or a bust. There's no in between because people just love to overreact. But do you think these preseason games, obviously they're important for guys that are trying to make the team because they're trying to obviously be an NFL player. But if you're let me pick a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes. or Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills, or even Big Ben, Tom Brady. Is it really important for them to play in the preseason? I guess you could do this with any sport, like preseason basketball. Spring training is a little different, but it doesn't matter.
I was gonna mention, like, amongst all preseason games, you do not see a lot of star players in the preseason games. I mean, with that, Matt, I mean, to generalize the whole preseason discussion, to have your, let's just say, newcomers, like, to be able to have your drafts, your trades, if your trades, depending on the caliber of them, if they're actually like star players or not. Like, we're not seeing Russell Westbrook at all playing in the NBA preseason with the Lakers. Having those star players, I think it would be beneficial. But I don't think, based on their quote, their swag, that they would be interested in running on a preseason floor. And even to that, like, what are they doing then? Like, I'm sure they are working out, but, like, I think it'd be kind of nice to be able to play with some of your potential players. Like, when Zion came in, Zion only played for a few games before he got injured for most of the season. Within, what was it, the first season came in, which is 2020 or 19?
2019.
2019. It would have been nice to see some of the key players for the Pelicans play with Zion, but didn't happen until later on in the season. So that's my thought.
I agree. For football, since there's only 17 games, would you say would be more important? Because people forget, by the way, it is 17 games this season, not 16.
The thing that I guess I pose the question to is, what's the importance of these preseason games besides the team building aspect? And fight for your spot as a different thing.
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I guess trying to get back into the rhythm of actually playing in the NFL, and it's different practicing and then getting hit in a real game. There's probably a big difference there, especially for like offensive linemen and running backs and wide receivers getting tackled and stuff like that. Quarterbacks don't really get hit in practice, so maybe they need to take a hit or two in a preseason game to get ready for the regular season. And then you have guys like Tim Tebow. Yikes. Have you seen those videos of him?
I have yet to. Okay,
let me see if I can find him on Twitter. So for those that don't remember, Tim Tebow is trying to be a tight end for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mike, it's not going great. He tried. There was a viral video that went around, and let's just say he needs to work on his blocking. So there's a video.
No.
I'm gonna find it. Basically, he went to take a block, like went to block a guy, and it just bounced off the guy because the dude ran him over. And then he fell to the ground, got back up, and then tried blocking again, except he blocked his own offensive lineman. And it was a very bad look. Of course, I'm not going to be able to find this tweet now. But guys like that are trying new positions and stuff like that, I think preseason is important. But there's some teams that have already come out and said that they're star players. I think the Los Angeles Chargers, second-year quarterback, who's a very good quarterback, they said he's not going to play at all. But it's only his second year. And
sorry, I did
a quick search. Yeah. That was just an awful decision for
if
them
I'm
to sign
seeing
him.
this one correctly, it's when they're playing. Is it the Browns?
Sure.
No, Bengals.
Yes.
It looks like he just rolls off like he's doing a spin. Yeah, that's.
Yeah. And there was the second one where he just got bulldozed by this.
Yeah.
team.
Not surprised.
But so I think we're gonna get young players is good for preseason. Older players, who cares? And did you see the Rams had the first game in LA with fans ever this past weekend, and there was a huge fight?
That new stadium?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy that took on like 6 guys below him. But did you see how it started?
No.
So there was a woman behind those 6 guys that was instigating it and kind of just like being nosy. She threw a Diet Coke at the dude. And the dude thought the guys threw it at him. That's why he started to hit him.
It's like a
And
mouse
this
at the
lady just
palace.
got off like, yeah, kind of. This lady just got off scotch-free. It was crazy.
Jerks.
Speaking of crazy, one of the craziest headlines that we will see in the world of sports in 2021. It involves maybe our favorite mutual NBA player or sports player between the two of us on this podcast.
Matt, you don't even need to say it. Alex Caruso, guys.
No,
It's he's just doing so
Shut
great
up.
with his
Nope.
Chicago Bulls.
You're ruining a great intro into the legend that is J.R. Smith. And no, J.R. Smith is not trying to come back in the NBA. J.R. Smith is trying to play golf. And not only is J.R. Smith trying to play golf, J.R. Smith is going back to college in hopes to be an NCAA athlete and play golf. Welcome to 2021.
I love drinking. Hey, I love college.
It's insane. He's 35 years old. He has played 16 seasons in the NBA, but he's hoping to play golf in college. He became an avid golfer during his NBA days and wants to compete for North Carolina A&T's men's golf team. I didn't see this coming.
Big question here. Will he be shirtless when he plays?
I think they need to come to a compromise and just let him go suns out, guns out. I think that's fair enough. Like, you can't expect J.R. Smith to wear a shirt for 4 hours on a golf course.
Especially a polo. I mean, Matt, I've seen your outfit. Especially a polo, too. Like,
Right.
Come on.
Right. It's very cool that he wants to go back to college, get his degree. I think that's very admirable.
Yeah.
I hope it happens just because it'd be so cool to watch J.R. Smith play college golf.
I hate to be the not the Debbie Downer here, but I'm using my lifeline. I'm using a phone call. Matt, if you recall back in your years of study in undergrad, or even what you're learning now?
I studied so hard.
Isn't the eligibility for NCAA you have a maximum of 4 years of playing in NCAA action?
Yes, but that's if you attend like 4 years of college.
Oh, so he didn't.
No, so I believe the NCAA still has to rule. But the people at NCAA, they do seem to believe he could become eligible. He never went to college, so he technically didn't use any of his eligibility.
So he's eligible.
So even though he did get paid to play a sport, he does have eligibility left. So it's up to the NCAA, and Lord knows they're probably not going to make the right decision anyway. This was probably the last sport I would expect J.R. Smith to try to play in college.
I mean, maybe he's just looking for something, I mean, we all have our leisure. Back in the day, we all know how Michael Jordan used to golf. So, within the leisure itself, I'm sure he's looking for a hobby, but he's also looking for it to be competitive too. And he's not going to go up against the likes of Phil Mickelson and Bryson DeChambeau and Mr. Did I say Tiger Woods or Phil Mickelson?
No, you did not.
Mr. Tiger Woods when he recovers and is fully able to play again, but I don't think he'd be able to compete that well.
I don't know. I'm trying to see. This article doesn't say what his scores are. I think it'd be fun. Listen, I've never watched a second of college golf, but if J.R. Smith's on TV, you bet your ass I'm watching J.R. Smith play golf.
The amount of revenue that would go up.
It would probably be something similar to about watching John Daly play golf, which that's always fun. I hope this happens. I think we're both rooting for J.R. Smith, but I think we'd root for J.R. Smith in just about anything he would do.
Yeah, just about anything. I mean, handball, gymnastics, football,
water polo, equestrian,
esports.
Yeah, we might be able to take J.R. Smith in Fortnite or Rocket League.
Box him up like a fish.
Maybe he'll go J.R. Swish and get a hole-in-one.
Ooh.
Yes, J.R. Swish. Great nickname. And Mike, nicknames have been making some rounds in the news the past couple weeks. I've been seeing people discuss best nicknames in sports because really, if you're one of the best athletes, you probably have a really cool nickname. So what we're going to do, we're going to play a little game, and we're going to see if Mike can guess these athletes by their nickname.
Oh boy.
It's going to be from a bunch of sports. Let's start off with two easier ones.
Okay.
Well, not easier ones, but I'm going to give you the nickname, and I want you to tell me what their real name is.
Oh, am I okay if I know last names or like?
I'm going to give you the last names. What's Magic Johnson's first name?
Oh God, Irvin. Oh wait, no,
one.
sorry.
1 for
okay,
1.
that's his first name. Yes.
Yes.
You scared me. I'm like, wait, what?
This one, I don't know if you know this one. What's Tiger Woods' first name? You did know it wasn't Tiger, correct?
No, I know it wasn't Tiger.
Oh yeah, Tiger is not his first name.
I remember. Is it Michael?
Not even close.
No, not even close.
It is Eldridge.
Eldridge
Woods.
Eh.
So let's go through some nicknames. Let me give you an easy one. Black Mamba.
Oh, Kobe.
Okay. The Mailman.
It's basketball.
It is basketball. You are correct.
The Mailman.
The Mailman.
I really shouldn't be asking for hints.
I'll give you one hint.
Okay.
He is not a current player.
That's why I was gonna say current or not. Is it John Stockton?
It is close. It's his teammate Karl Malone.
Oh no!
Yes. Yeah. We still disavow Karl Malone in this podcast. Big Papi.
Wow. I had
Come on, this is softball.
Boston Red Sox.
Yup. Big Papi.
David Ortiz. Oh my
There
god.
we go.
Holy crap.
I think that might be one of the better nicknames in sports. Just because like Big Papi is a cool nickname. I forgot about this one. Jesus Shuttleworth.
Jesus Shuttleworth.
NBA.
Current or current or
former. Just shout out a name.
Clyde Drexel.
Ray Allen.
Ray Allen.
Yep.
Ah, okay.
He played Jesus Shuttleworth in the movie He Got Game. That's where the nickname came from. Another easy one. The Answer.
Allen Iverson.
There we go.
I had to think about that.
Switching sports to baseball. Kung Fu Panda.
He played on the Brewers, right?
Negative.
Crap.
San Francisco Giants.
Yeah, San Francisco Giants. I'm seeing his name. Oh my god, Kung Fu Panda. I'm gonna hit myself if I hear the name.
You got this.
Maybe
not. Pablo Sandoval.
Pablo. That's Oh my god. Okay.
Great nickname.
Yeah.
The Say Hey Kid.
Also
in baseball.
Kid.
Say Hey Kid.
You don't hear a lot of nicknames in baseball besides Big Papi or Say Hey.
Not in current players, a lot of former players.
Yeah, a lot of former players. Say Hey Kid.
Any guess?
American League or National League?
National League. You're asking for a lot of hints. National League.
Yeah, I give up.
Willie Mays.
Oh, okay.
Willie Mays. This one I think could be easy. Johnny Football.
Johnny Manziel.
Yep, correct.
Okay.
Another old school baseball. The Iron Horse.
That's Lou Gehrig.
That is Lou Gehrig. That is correct. Let's see. What else do we have? Yeah, there's Tiger. That's a dumb one. The Big Hurt. Baseball.
Oh, I was going to say, is that football? The Big Hurt.
I'll give you a hint. When Fox is doing their pregame baseball with A-Rod and Big Papi, the Big Hurt makes them all look like ants. He's the other guy on the set. You've ever seen clips?
Nope.
You may have seen him in a Nugenix.
Says the one who's asking for hints. You're giving me hints now.
You may have seen him in some Nugenix commercials.
I don't watch TV.
Oh, okay. Frank Thomas. Just a massive human being.
Wait, he played for the Oakland A's, right?
He was mostly with the White Sox. I don't know if he played with the A's at all for a long time.
I think my parents have an autographed baseball of Frank Thomas.
Wait, that's pretty cool.
I think
I mean, he's like a legend.
I might have to text my parents some other time, not after the podcast.
Right.
But yeah, I think it's a Frank Thomas signed baseball.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Anyway.
The Juice.
Hey, no, I'm just kidding. The juice is loose. Oh yeah.
Why is the juice loose?
Why is the juice loose? Damn it.
You may have seen him in the news because he's afraid to go to Los Angeles. O.J. Simpson.
OJ.
Do you know why he's afraid to go to Los Angeles? Did you see that news story?
I think I saw something on Twitter too.
Yeah, he's afraid he's gonna run into the real killer if he goes to L.A. So, sure, OJ.
Smart move.
Yeah,
smart move.
Yep. This one you're not gonna get. I'm just gonna say it. Charlie Whitehurst. He was a career backup quarterback, longtime career backup quarterback.
Yeah, okay.
His name is Clipboard Jesus.
Clipboard Jesus. That's a great name.
I don't think you'll get this one. The Refrigerator.
He played. Oh gosh, it's football.
It is.
He played for the Cowboys,
Chicago Bears.
The Refrigerator. Oh my gosh, wait, isn't that frick? He's been no.
I don't think you're gonna get it.
It's not. Oh damn it.
You want me to say it?
Yeah.
William Perry.
Nope.
The Refrigerator.
I was thinking of somebody else that
let's go back to baseball. The Big Unit.
No.
I'll give you a great hint. He killed the bird with a baseball.
Randy Johnson.
My favorite video of all time.
I just disappears.
I retweet it every single time. I share it on Facebook every time. It's just the best. It is the absolute best. We'll do a few more.
Okay.
The Round Mound of Rebound.
Isn't that? Well, it's obviously basketball.
Correct. How'd you get that one?
Oh, I don't know. It's not Dennis Rodman, is it?
That's a good guess.
Yeah.
It is Charles Barkley. The GOAT, also known as Sir Charles. I'm just scrolling through these. The Slim Reaper. Basketball. Emphasis on slim.
Klay Thompson.
Kevin Durant.
Oh.
I want to throw this one at you. I don't know if it's basketball.
Okay.
The Matrix.
Well, I'm sure he's a guard of some sort.
Kind of.
Really? Huh. The Matrix. No.
Okay. Sean Marion.
Okay.
R.I.P.
That's a name I haven't. That's a name.
Not R.I.P. He's live, but great Suns player. I don't know why I said R.I.P. Listen, people, it's been long. I was thinking because he used to play on the Suns. I was gonna say, yeah, never mind. The Sultan of SWAT.
That's Babe Ruth, right?
That is Babe Ruth.
Yeah, I was like,
this is an easy one. Stan the Man. Stan Musial.
No.
Jesus Christ. What is this?
Give it to me.
I don't know if I can say that on the podcast.
No.
Larry Bird has a very interesting nickname. I don't want to say it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna move on. Swaggy P.
That's.
Yeah, what's his real name, right? Because we always call him Swaggy P.
Swaggy P. Played on the Lakers and hopped over the Brooklyn Nets.
One of the most iconic gifs of all time when he shoots the three, turns around like he made it, and it rims out. Nick Young.
Of course.
The human highlight reel. Basketball.
Yeah, that's human highlight reel. Nope.
Dominique Wilkins.
Yes.
Stick with basketball. Dr. J.
Julius Randle. Wait.
First name's correct.
Julius Irving. Sorry.
There we go.
Julius Randle. Wait, that's another basketball player, right?
Yeah, he's a current basketball player.
Yeah, he's cool.
I just Charlie Hustle.
I'm gonna assume his first name is Charles.
False.
Yep. Nope.
Pete Rose.
Pete Rose.
Going back to basketball, white chocolate.
Oh God,
It's a tough one.
he played on the Spurs.
No. It is Jason Williams.
Oh,
Let me try and find a softball one here.
you don't have to.
No, it's fine. I'll find one. Shaq.
Well, I mean, there's Aristotle, Big Diesel, barbecue chicken.
Shaq is funny because you never say Shaq O'Neal. You always say Shaquille O'Neal.
Just yeah.
Like Shaq O'Neal just feels weird to say. We'll do a few more. The Truth. Is an easy one.
Yeah. Okay.
Paul Pierce.
Truth. Oh yeah.
Broadway Joe.
Nope.
Joe Namath. We'll do one more. Let me find a good one. Let me find a good one. Mike, what's your favorite nickname in sports while I find this?
I like Big Ticket, Kevin Garnett.
It's a great one.
Or Ticket, or, I mean, every time I played 2K21, it was like, Ticket. Kevin Garnett's always a guest commentator for the games that I play. And, of course, it's for the Timberwolves. So anytime I have a home game, he's always the guest commentator.
Makes sense.
Over and over again.
He's always funny in that video game, though.
Yeah, I liked, who was it? White Mamba from, he played on the Spurs. He's a redhead.
No, that was the Red Mamba.
The Red, really? I thought it was
the Red Mamba.
Red Mamba.
What is his name?
Yeah, Matt, what's his name?
Wow, what is his name? Brian Scalabrine.
Scalabrine,
the GOAT.
Oh.
No, Scalabrine.
Matt Bonner's another one, but I guess that...
Matt Bonner, maybe he was the Red Mamba.
Anyway.
One of them. Anyway, final nickname. This is an easy one. Mr. October.
Reggie Jackson.
There we go. And Mr. November?
Derek Jeter.
There we go.
That came into my head first.
Great. I love nicknames. Sports nicknames are the best because it's easy to identify who you're talking about. And that concludes the sport topics we have for you all today. That was not even a sentence. I don't know what just came out of my mouth, but it is time for Say What. I am very excited for Say What today. I have a lot of good ones. Mike, I will go first. I'm going to pull them up on my phone.
What's been bothering you lately, Matt?
Okay, so I've been sitting on this. I've been sitting on both of these for a while.
Okay.
This is one that it took some years for me to finally believe it. But the more I buy this product, the more I believe in it. Under Armour is better than Nike. And I'm ready to make that claim.
Okay.
Because I think the quality is the same, if not better, in most of the stuff. I think the prices are about the same. And I just think I like Under Armour stuff more than the Nike. I used to be a huge Nike fan, and now I prefer Under Armour in almost everything over Nike.
You know what I can't switch over between a product?
What?
Shoes.
Oh, I disagree.
Really?
I've always wanted to try a pair of Under Armour shoes because my friend Lori, shout out Lori, she loves Under Armour. Absolutely loves Under Armour. I got a pair of Under Armour shoes, like sneakers.
Okay.
They are so comfortable, so light. They're phenomenal. I got a pair of like Under Armour, not like a dress shoe, but like a casual shoe.
Yeah.
So light.
It's something that looks formal, but you like to party.
Yep. Very comfortable, very light. And I don't know, I feel like Nike shoes can be kind of heavy sometimes. I don't always love the design. I think Under Armour keeps it simple, but they look good. I really recommend Under Armour shoes now. I really do.
Interesting. Yeah, I got Under Armour shoes once, and it was just very uncomfortable to me, but probably because it was the wrong shoe that was chosen. It was a Christmas gift. And now I think I don't even see them anymore. I think I still have them, but I probably should throw them out because I haven't even seen them from the light of day. So.
And like their cool gear, their heat gear, you can't get better than that. Yeah. I love their sweatshirts. I love their socks.
Sweatshirts are really nice.
The sweatshirts are great. They're cool. Their winter gear is really good. I love Under Armour. And I also toured their facility once. They actually use 3D printing for some of their shoes.
Interesting.
Yep, I saw that process. That was really neat.
That's very interesting.
Yep.
You want me, Mike? Okay, my turn.
Yep.
Well, Matt, both of them are going to be related to computers.
Okay.
So heads or tails?
Tails.
Okay. So, my big thing lately is the lack of understanding with computers. So, we're approaching college season once again. You have the age-old question of what should my son or daughter or what should my student get as far as a computer for school? So I, just casually scrolling on the book face this week, I found a post from a mother, and I won't mention anything more than that, and was saying that what's the difference between a MacBook Pro and a MacBook Air? And the thing that I was being very frustrated about was the fact of so many people who thought they knew what they were talking about did it. Some people said there's not much of a difference. Okay, so why would it be changed between MacBook Pro versus MacBook Air? Matt, I'm going to quiz you. I'm not going to be upset if you don't understand this. What do you think a MacBook Air does in comparison to a MacBook Pro?
I have no idea.
Okay, look at the words. Air. When do you think of Air?
Light
work. Okay, MacBook Air does a lot of light work. Online, Word documents. What does a MacBook Pro do?
Heavy.
Pro things. Yeah. Final Cut, Adobe, all this crap. But so many people were like, well, I don't see much of a difference when it comes to these two computers. Well, if there wasn't much of a difference, they wouldn't be named differently. Or they wouldn't have different prices. I was having a headache. I was reading through the comments and scrolling through them. And yeah, not a big
That's
fan.
Also, again, I think we talked about this before. That's one of those posts where you type in Google, not on Facebook.
Right.
Like I wouldn't ever go on Facebook and be like, hey, can you guys help me out with this? Like, I'm going to go to Google.
There are people who are busting their ass to create content based on stuff like that. Like, I love my MKBHDs, my Peter McKinnons, my Unbox Therapies, my, who else do I want to give a shout out to? Aaron Chiz. I know he's not a tech reviewer.
Just shout out Aaron Chiz.
Shout out Aaron Chiz. He's going to get on the podcast. I guarantee you that.
Come on the podcast, Aaron.
Just come on the podcast.
Do it.
Do it. Yeah, there's people who do that give you so much more in-depth analysis rather than your friend who you friend requested on Facebook because you met them at a party.
Yeah, I would not. I love the people I make Facebook friends with. I'm not going to post on Facebook and let them answer a question that I need.
Right. I would never, ever rely, unless it's something really stupid, I would never, ever rely on a big decision like that. That's worth an investment.
Right. That's just like typing your symptoms in the WebMD. Probably not going to help. You're just going to get yourself more upset. Speaking of health, this next one, I guess, is health related in a way. I've been seeing this get a lot of hate lately, and I'm sick and tired of it. I think it's an issue that is really near and dear to my heart. Mike, I love drinking milk.
I think milk's, dude.
If you don't drink milk, frick off.
Why? What's wrong with milk?
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand why people just hate drinking milk. Hey, you know what? I have big, strong bones. You know why? I drank a ton of milk as a kid.
I used to, glass of milk. I actually had milk probably for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like, I kept going with it. You know what? You know what those people need? They need some milk. That's what they need.
You need some
milk.
I used to drink like a gallon of milk in middle school and high school. I used to drink probably 2 gallons of milk a week myself. I would just come home after track practice, pour like a huge glass of milk, chug it, pour another huge glass of milk, chug half of it. Then I got really full and I was like, I don't want to drink this other half. But guess what? I love milk. I drank it anyway.
I'm so surprised people are so upset about milk.
It's like cool to hate milk. Like I don't understand where this came from.
Unpopular opinion, apparently.
Yeah, it's like an unpopular opinion. Like drinking milk is weird. Like milk is. Growing up as a kid, my mom was always like, "You have to drink your milk because you're gonna get big and strong." And guess what? I'm not that strong, but I got strong bones. Never broken bone in my body. You know why?
I never did either.
Because we drink milk.
We drank milk.
Yep. So. Fact check.
The milk gang here.
And let's just be clear, cereal first, then milk.
Yes.
Okay,
that'd be really weird if it's the other way around. I had to think about that visually, and I'm like, wait, why the hell did you put milk?
I never understand the people that pour milk before their cereal.
So then if people don't like milk, then they don't like cereal then? Or are they just weirdos and they drink it? I mean, not drink it, but they just eat straight from the bowl.
Yeah, and then do they not finish the milk at the end?
Yeah. What?
Like that's sometimes the best part?
No, I just mean, do they just eat a bowl of cereal? Like, do they just put in their Fruit Loops or Cheerios in there?
Yeah. Psychopaths. No, if you don't drink milk, you're weird. Uno reverse card.
We hope you break a bone in your body to prove that drinking milk is good.
it's like that ad at the end of Talladega Nights. If you don't drink milk, you.
Do you notice I've sprinkled in a lot of Talladega Nights references this whole entire episode? Because I just rewatched it just for fun this past week.
It's so funny. I have a Christmas sweater. What does that Christmas sweater say? I think it says something. It's a picture of Will Ferrell. He goes, "Dear sweet baby Jesus,
dear
little 8-pound baby Jesus." Don't even know a word yet.
I like to picture Jesus in a tuxedo shirt.
Why do you have? I'm just gonna quote. Let's go on a quote. Yeah, why do you gotta have the TV and stereo on at the same time?
Because I like to party.
Oh man!
If you're dying, just know this, that I spread my butt cheeks out as Mike Honcho.
Don't you stick that knife in your leg.
Here, we'll use this knife to rub out the other one.
I hope you have beautiful children and they get their legs taken away. I hope you know what that pain feels like. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that evil on me. Oh my God. Sorry about that, folks. Welcome back to the Funny Business Podcast.
Hey, Ricky, I watched The Highlander. It was shit.
Yay, 2 Christmases.
2 Christmases. Shut up, pot liquor. I'm going to put you in a microwave.
Who wants to get thrown out of Applebee's? What the hell do we do? Oh my God. All right. Before we just quote the whole movie.
I think we have to mention to everybody that it's a late recording night.
Yeah, it's 11 o'clock at night.
We're almost doing the first podcast ever to actually hit 2 days worth of podcast recording, but hopefully we don't do that. If we do quote every line from Ricky Bobby, we will probably do that. If you ain't first, you're last. So my final say what is about computers. I'm going to tread lightly on this one. People updating their computers. So I've been dealt with a lot of computers lately at my disposal. I'm trying to think ideal. Oh, I'm on a Windows computer right now. Haha. But so many people are like backlogged between 2 versions or 3 versions or 4 versions. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, how can you operate with this type of update? You can't, because they don't even accept it anymore. There's apps that straight up tell you we can't operate anymore because we don't rely on the system anymore. And I recently received a laptop. I had to update it. I had to update everything else. I had to update apps. And I get it. I myself am a person where if an update, I do the research. If an update is not stable, I wait until it gets stable. And even that's like maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks out. Or if I have a project and I had to update it, I had to switch it. I had to wait because I didn't want to lose work or if I didn't want to make it unstable. But just the reality of like, you should have automatic updates on.
Yep.
And when it tells you should it update, that's the rule of thumb. That's what I told my parents when I left for college. Anytime it asks you to update it, update it. Do not hit cancel because you're going to get so lost behind in updating it. Turns out they got lost behind after graduating college. So, it just people. I hate to take away from your advice, but update your computers when it tells you to. And if you have storage. Like if because you can't update because you don't have enough storage, get a flash drive or get a hard drive and just put those photos on that hard drive until you update. Like that's what I did with one student. Like they're like, I need a hard drive. I'm like, here's what you buy, and they were totally comfortable in buying it. So
yeah, I just can't stand the little notification on the settings when it says you need to update. Like I don't like having notifications that I can't read. Like that little one, the red circle. I don't like having those on my apps, so that's going to make me update it on my own.
Now I know you're not a Windows person at most, Matt. I know you are at work. But Windows actually, you restart or shut down, it will shut down and restart or restart and update.
That just happened with my work computer today. It said I needed an update from the very beginning. So at the end of the day, I update and shut down.
But again, there's ways that we can manage that.
Right.
We can manage it getting out of work. Best excuse ever to start your day at work. My computer's got to update.
Yeah. No, it was like 9 o'clock. And I was like, says I need an update. I consider doing it right then and there. But sometimes they take forever and I had stuff to do. But yeah, I hand up. I've done that before at work. In the middle of the day, need a 10-minute break, update. It happens.
But even that, you take a 10-minute break, you're able to do other things, or you're able to actually take a 10-minute break.
Right. Like I organize stuff on my desk, and like I'm still working. Just take a computer break.
Right. Take a computer break because they hurt your eyes.
Yep.
So. Oh, man. What another episode of the Funny Business Podcast. I'm not going to try to talk backwards, but let's
turn that around real quick.
Yeah, turn it around real quick. If you haven't already, make sure you follow us on our social media. You can find all of our social media at solo.to/funnybusiness. We are never, ever, ever getting back together. Sorry, I had to throw a little T-Swift in there for you. But Matt, what do you got for us? The quote. I'm sure you thought long and hard for this one.
Oh, of course I did. I always do. Go watch Talladega Nights.
Yeah.
Let's do it. It's a great movie. Actually, just go watch a Will Ferrell movie this weekend. Will Ferrell's my favorite actor. I think we've been through this before. He doesn't miss ever. Even some of even his worst films are still pretty funny. A very underrated one, Kicking and Screaming.
Yeah.
I love that movie. It's so funny.
Kicking and Screaming, Anchorman 2, Elf, Talladega Nights.
Stranger Than Fiction was a weird one, but funny.
Step Brothers. I mean, come on. Step Brothers.
Old School. Semi-Pro.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Semi-Pro. That's a basketball one if anybody wants to watch that one.
He's great. He's the best. Get Hard with Kevin Hart.
Yep.
That was funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all we know.
That's all I got.
And we're all jacked up on Mountain Dew. So.
Yep.
Well, until the next time, we'll see you all in the next episode.
Stay safe, everyone.